happening? It's what I ate in a day. I'm actually shooting this on Saturday because if you watch my vlog on Monday, I was saying I was trying to get ahead. So I don't know if my eating changes on the weekend. I actually feel like it's a weekday even though it's Saturday because I'm gonna be working a lot today. Doesn't matter, I'm just gonna show you what I'm eating. Now, as you know, I was sick. So since I've been sick, I'm still a little bit sick. I've been wanting to eat a lot of fruit, yes. I haven't been eating, well, I ate a lot actually the day I felt really a lot better on Friday and I had a lot more energy, so I ate a lot. And then it's been kind of, you know, mix and match here and there. So because it's pretty early, it's about 9:45, I am just gonna have some fruit and I'm gonna have some kombucha. So the kombucha is like fermented tea. It has live cultures in it. It's really good for you, I think. Some say it has a low amount of alcohol because of the fermentation, but it doesn't get you drunk. I went to Live Organic Market and I bought this liter of ginger kombucha. It's really good, so I still have some left. And so because it's green and black tea fermented with like sugar, so the sugar gets eaten by the culture, it has a bit of caffeine and like energizing properties to it. So instead of having coffee right now, I'm gonna have this and I think an orange, and then I'm gonna go meditate, and then I'll eat some like toast or something after that. I have been craving a lot of oranges and orange juice, so obviously I am vitamin C deficient at the moment. But, which is probably why I got sick. But I got sick from John, and he was sick and in the bed and sweating, and obviously I would get it. So anyway, whatever. Eating a lot of fruits now, more vitamin C. So it's like, usually it's a little bit fizzy. I just kind of shook it up, but see that? Ooh, that's the good stuff. And this one's really gingery. Like a lot of people don't like ginger, but I do. This really does make you feel like, woo. I think I've been drinking it the last couple days and that's why I'm not sleeping very well. I don't know if it's the caffeine or just like whatever is happening with this in my body. I feel good though, but I don't sleep very well. Oh, this one looks interesting. I thought I picked a good one. It's all like broken up in there. It tastes good. Anyway, you've seen this before. I just eat it like that. Okay, so it's 10:45. I meditated, and then I looked at Instagram, and then that made me decide that since it's Saturday, I'm not gonna be boring and just like eat toast and coffee. I'm gonna make pancakes because party time by myself here. So I think I might make the coconut pancakes that I have on the blog. They're gluten-free vegan coconut pancakes because I have coconut milk in the fridge that I haven't used from a can, so you can use that and thin it out. So you can find the recipe, I'll link it below. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I have fresh fruit in the fridge. I have blueberries and strawberries, so this is perfect. So instead of using rice flour, I'm gonna use the 1-to-1 gluten-free all-purpose flour. It looks like this. It's just a straight replacement of all-purpose or other flour. So it's 1 cup of that. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I like adding cinnamon. So then you just mix that together. I'm just melting some coconut oil. And then to that, we're gonna add our coconut milk and egg replacer powder, which is basically this. It's just a binder. So you take 1 teaspoon and 2 tablespoons of water, and that's 1 egg. So you just add the water and then just mix it around so that there's not any lumps in it. Oops, or spill it. Okay, so I've got 2 tablespoons of mostly melted coconut oil in here. And we're just gonna add all the liquid ingredients in there and then pour it into the dry ingredients. Okay, so we take our liquid, add it to the dry. And of course, the texture depends on what type of milk you're using, because if you use a coconut beverage, it's gonna be thinner. And if you use coconut milk from a can, it might be a little thicker. So you might need to add more than the recipe calls for. I forgot the coconut. I add shredded coconut into the batter. Okay, so I thinned out the batter a little more. So you want it bubbling like that over the whole surface before you flip it. And now we're gonna be here for a while, so I'll show you when they're done. I never say this, but I now regret making pancakes. I've only made 2. It's 11:25. I'm like you out there. It takes too long to cook. I just have stuff to do, so now I'm like, "Ugh, this is gonna take another hour. I'm gonna cook them all, then I'm gonna make it look nice, then I'm gonna take a photo. Whatever, this is work too, right? But I have other stuff I have to do too. Okay, enough vegan props. Finally ready. And now I will take a photo while it gets cold. Okay, finally done. I will say I think there's a difference using that flour than the rice flour. The rice flour is less gummy and they get thicker. This is a little gummy, you know, like, because it's gluten-free flour, but it's like, there's tapioca in there to like replace the gluten, whereas with rice flour, they're drier, and I actually prefer that. I mean, you can go ahead and try this, but I would stick to using brown rice flour. Or you can use all-purpose if you want. Then it's not gluten-free though. So I'll probably only eat half of this. Actually, I don't really like the flour. Oh no. It's too sticky. Well, it wasn't a total bust. It's obviously good and edible, but that's the thing. When I post a recipe on hotforfood, I haven't tested like every possible variation of the recipe because nobody does. But obviously, to be pumping out as much content as we do, we like make our recipe the way we want to make it. Maybe we test it a second time, but usually it turns out good. And then we post it. So everyone loves asking like, can I use this instead? Can I use this instead? Can I use this instead? And at the end of the day, I can make some assumptions like, yeah, you know, you could replace 1-to-1 gluten-free flour with all-purpose, but the texture's gonna be different. It's not gonna be the same recipe because the recipe is the recipe the way we made it. Once you start substituting and changing things, that alters cook time, that alters the way things rise or leaven or spread or the texture. So, I mean, that's kind of why recipes are BS. It's kind of why every time I used a cookbook, I never liked the results because they weren't to my liking. So that's why you just really gotta play around. I know I say that all the time, but it's true. And we appreciate actually if you try something and then you leave in the comment like, I use gluten-free flour, I use coconut oil, and then I cooked it for this long. Like that helps us. We'll be able to try that at some point. And if we were making a cookbook, we would test those ideas out, I guess. I mean, some variations, but anyway, yeah. That's just my disclaimer. Okay, see you later. I'm just now finishing this orange. This is the last piece. It's 4 o'clock. I'm getting pretty hungry. I didn't eat any protein this morning. Not that I pay attention to that, I just eat whatever I want. But I've just been working for a few hours, so now I'm hungry. I like realized I was hungry. I don't know, I'm gonna make a snack. I'll have to redeem myself at dinner because that breakfast was kind of whack. And I'm gonna feed Snickle right now. But this is not what Snickles eats in a day. This is what I eat in a day. But everyone asks me what Snickles eats, and I will link a video below that you should click on that talks about what I feed the cat. Maybe I'll make popcorn, except that creates so much dishes. And it's not gonna fill me up. Back to hummus and crackers again. I gotta be quick, I'll eat later. Caramelized onion hummus, crackers, boom. Okay, so it is 6:40, and I guess I have to start thinking about dinner, even though I kind of just want to make popcorn, which I'm going to make popcorn. I'm going to make it in advance so that it's made, so that I have it. But this is not exciting, and I'm not redeeming myself from breakfast. I have leftover quinoa and some collard greens from my takeout at Live. Remember, this is Saturday, so I had this on Thursday, even though you're watching this like a week later. So it's not that old, so I'm just gonna heat this up and maybe add some other stuff to it and eat that. And more importantly, make popcorn so that I can watch the rest of Fuller House tonight. I have a little bit of kale that I'll add in there too. I have a small piece of tofu, so I'll just cook that up first and then add the stuff in with it. And I have leftover sweet potato pierogi filling. So I'll put some of that in there too. So I'm just gonna cut this into smaller pieces and fry it up to get a little bit of a crust on it. So the tofu's frying up. And I'm gonna add a bit of a sauce, which to make that sauce, I'm gonna use some of this soup that I bought. It's Indian split pea soup, so it'll almost be like a curry. There's curry in this, or curry something. So I'm just gonna add some soup to the pan. Add in my leftovers. This was just like a quinoa bowl. It had tempeh and a lot more stuff in it, but that's all that's left. Gonna add all the kale, a little bit more sauce, lemon juice, put the tofu back in. Also just forgot some sweet potato, so I added that in just to heat up. All right, we're all done, so way more than I want to eat, so I'll have more leftovers again. And then maybe the cucumber is kind of weird, but whatever. Now I have it. I thought it was gonna be more like a hot salad, but now it's like a curry. Let's see. It'll do. Today's the like mediocre meal version of this. I'm not all that motivated. Okay, well I'm gonna make popcorn, because once I'm done this, I'll wanna eat that. Well, the worst thing ever is happening. These stupid corn kernels aren't popping at all. Like a little bit, but not properly. And they're stupid, cheap, like no-name brand, like you buy that big bag at the grocery store that's on the bottom of the shelf. So they're either stale, or because they're shitty corn, they're just like not popping big enough, but they're not even popping. They're just sitting on the bottom and burning. So this is the worst. Plus, I really don't like my dinner. I hate when you like make something and then you're just like, how totally am right now. I just ate the tofu out of it. I honestly don't want it. Damn it. It's like 5% popped. And this is the second batch. I gave it a second try. Same thing. The rest of it's in the trash. I don't even think this is salvageable. Oh my god, what a disaster. This pot should be full, like to the top of popcorn. I don't even want the rest. I'm gonna pack it up. Well, now I don't know what to do. I have no popcorn. I'm gonna sit with nothing and watch Fuller House. Except it's only like 7, so I'm gonna be like thinking about food the whole time. That was like me trying to just eat up the leftovers and like eat something healthy. And I was just like, ugh. I want something healthy, I don't know, it didn't taste right or something. I could walk to the store and get popcorn, like already made. Well, I have a fridge full of food and nothing else to eat. If you get my drift. There's just really nothing in there that I want to eat. I don't feel like toast. I would eat another orange, which is weird. I don't know, maybe I'm still like a bit sick or something. I'm like better than I was, but I feel like I'm not like 100%. Like nothing seems appetizing to me except like oranges, popcorn, watermelon. Actually, I'm just gonna go to the store. I want watermelon and popcorn. I'm really grateful that I have so much food. I just wish that I wanted to eat it. Okay, I went to the store. It's 8:05 now. I'm gonna try this popcorn. Salt and pepper flavored. It's funny because for a salt and pepper flavor, it has white pepper, black pepper, and jalapeno, and onion powder, and garlic powder, and black pepper oil. A lot of things to go into just salt and pepper. I'm sure it's delicious, but I don't want to open it until Fuller House starts. I'll do a taste test over by the couch. And then I got some watermelon. I think you just have to eat what you feel like you want to eat at any given moment, because if you don't, you're just gonna be unsatisfied and you're gonna be like, and you're gonna try and eat other things to try and satisfy what you actually want. I'm glad I went to the store and got this, because I would have sat around eating like chocolate or like, I don't even know what I would have eaten. I'm gonna go get set up over here. I'm gonna start the show, but first I'm gonna taste the popcorn for you. Oh yes. Delicious. Okay, that's what I ate in a day, and follow Hot for Food on Snapchat, of course, to see more of what I eat. Thanks. Thanks for watching, guys. Recipes, products, whatever, linked below in the description. Leave your comments, questions, all that. See ya. Are you gonna watch Fuller House with me?